Hey y'all, it's Rhegis from the MorrisMansionBlog.com. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. One of my more popular videos that I shared last summer was when I painted this front porch, and then another one is when I painted the same pattern on our new concrete pad that we did the dry pour method on. And a lot of people ask me, how is that holding up? I thought I would take a second to make another video about how it's holding up, and then I also get questions about a couple of other outdoor projects that were a little bit more controversial about things I've painted outside as to whether they were, how they last and how they look today. So I'm going to talk about my front porch, my the pad in the back, and then the shed that I painted with just the paint in my garage, how those three are holding up. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. So I'm outside on the front porch now, and overall this has held up beautifully. I did this 4 years ago in March of 2021, and it is still looking as good as the day I did it. It looks really good still, and I have not done anything to maintain it. It's held up so well and brought so much character to this front porch. I'm considering doing the front walkway all the way down to the sidewalk. Oh, let me know what you think about that. So I thought I would share some specifics about this porch. This question is, how is it holding up? And it's held up really well. The concrete is so porous that when you paint on it, it becomes dry almost instantly, and so that means it's really easy to work with. The next question is, what kind of paint did you use? I used the flooring and porch, patio, and concrete paint from Valspar, and I used it in the colors. They had just a white one, and then you can tint it. So I did a white base. The color is called Mortar and Pestle from Sherwin-Williams. That is the color I used for the brick. And it is kind of a stone color. And the reason I think it looks so good is I used a brush with like varying pressure. So it has that kind of natural ebb and flow like a real brick or stone would. So I think that's what helps give it a really kind of real look, even though you can still tell it's paint when you get up here. But I mean, it's different, and it really does add character to the front of it versus just a very boring, slab of concrete. The next question most frequently asked is, what size is my patio and how long did it take me to paint this? So I remember I did this one afternoon when I didn't have my kids, and it took me about 4 hours, and my patio is very small. I would say roughly it's about 7 by 6, so it's a little bit of a rectangle, but it was really easy to do, and it only took me about 4 hours to complete start to finish. Another question I've been asked over and over are, what are the materials you need for this? So I have a stencil that I used from Cutting Edge Stencils. It was called the All Over Brick Stencil pattern. It is really large. If you had a floor any larger than this, I would probably recommend getting 2 of them because you can kind of interchange them. I would recommend as well having 2 because you may have to bend it in a corner a weird way or whatever. So I would say 2 stencils depending on how large of an area you are painting. You're going to need a stencil brush or a roller. I found the best, I liked just using a stencil brush, and I got it also from Cutting Edge Stencils. You're going to need, I think, concrete specific paint is another reason this has lasted so well. If you get it from Lowe's or Home Depot, you should be able to tint it to a specific color of your choice. I would get some elbow or knee pads because you are going to be on the floor for a while. Don't know what else I would recommend other than those few things. I am noticing a few spots where it is chipping a little bit at the front where I'm more likely to put decor, or people are more likely to walk and put packages. So that will be easy to touch up. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And after 4 years, I think that's pretty good. So just be aware it can happen, but overall, it's pretty much remained. Another question that I get a lot is would I do this again? And yes, I would do this again. It was a great budget-friendly way to update this patio space. I've done it in the front yard and on my back porch, or on the back slab out in my backyard, and I'm thinking about doing it to the walkway. So I would definitely attempt this again, and I would definitely recommend this to anybody that wants to give it a try. So now we're in my backyard, and I get a lot of questions on my concrete pad and how that is holding up, and I've done a separate video about that, but I will show you exactly what it looks like right now as I'm standing on it. I'll do a cutaway of that. And then also I get questions about this and how this held up. I couldn't find anything on how painting a resin shed would hold up, how you could do it, anything like that. So I did a video about that as well when we put this together, and how we kind of transformed the inside to hold a lot of our lawn equipment. And while that has all done really well, my husband is able to access everything really easily. I wanted to make the front of it look a lot better, and it had charcoal sides, and I had some old charcoal paint left over from another project, and it's an enamel enriched paint from Valspar's for painting cabinets. And so I thought, well, with the enamel in there, it should hold on to plastic really well, and we'll see exactly how durable it is. Well, here we are a year later, and there's a couple of scrapes, but nothing that I can't touch up. And overall, I'm very happy with this upgrade because I already had the paint, so it was a free upgrade, and it made the doors blend in with the sides so much better. So I'll show you how they look and the few nicks, but again, we can touch those up. So let's go do that. Overall, I'm very happy with how all three of these projects have lasted over the last year to 4 years. So definitely effort well spent and time well spent. So as always, thank you so much for stopping by the mansion, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.